certain schools in Balochistan, वहाँ भी बहुत strict होते हैं ना, लड़की की पढ़ाई तो ज़माने में was just something just not acceptable. I mean, इतने low rates थे लड़कियों की education के वहाँ पे, अब तो मैं भूल रही हूँ, मगर it was just really upsetting. तो वहाँ पे ये होता था कि माँओं का हमेशा ये होता है कि हमारी बेटियाँ पढ़ें. तो फिर वो ये करती थी कि जब बाप गया होता था, ये लड़कियां स्कूल जाती थी, जैसे बाप का पता होता था वापस आ रहे थे, वो those days they would miss school. तो फिर एक दफ़ा एक लड़की का बाप जल्दी आ गया, घर आया तो लड़की घर पे नहीं है, कहाँ गई है, that was the biggest thing. भाई वहाँ लड़कियां तो वैसे ही घर से नहीं निकल सकती हैं, तो पता चला कि स्कूल गई हुई है. तो जब वापस आई है तो he burnt her books, he beat up his wife, he strongly told the child कि तुम नहीं जाओगी. But her sister still had the courage to continue. Even after that, I remember the sister would still go to school. अब सब कुछ बदल गया है. अब वही माँ बाप, वही भाई हैं, वही बाप हैं जो लड़कियों को खुद लेके आते हैं स्कूल. अब तो मैं देखती हूँ कि इट्स पॉवर्टी दैट स्टॉप्स देम. अगर बिल्कुल पैसा नहीं है, बिकॉज जो भी एजुकेशन का कॉस्ट होता है, राइट, दे कैन नॉट लुक आफ्टर द यंगर सिबलिंग्स. हर घर में 10 बच्चे तो 8, 9, 10 बच्चे तो होते हैं, तो वो काम फिर इनको किसी और से करवाना पड़ेगा, राइट. तो ये चीज़ें तो चलती हैं. तो अगर बहुत ही गरीब हैं तो पहले लड़कों को पढ़ाएंगे, फिर दैट इज़ द ओनली थिंग. अदरवाइज आई डोंट थिंक दैट दे फील कि लड़की की एजुकेशन नहीं होनी चाहिए, एटलीस्ट इन द एरियाज दैट वी आर वर्किंग, because they've seen the results, the positive results of an education.
So helping these girls become confident, to think for themselves, and whether they go into a career or not, just to become stronger women, to be able to lead their families, I think that is something very important, and that is something it's a visible change.
We're seeing some huge successes. Our kids are going into some of the best universities, not just in Pakistan, but in the world. One of our students just graduated from Harvard University. So she herself has become such a role model for girls in Orangi, because that's where she originated. Also, we have girls from Khairpur this year coming to IBA Karachi. One girl has come to NED. So these are also huge successes, because for someone from Orangi to go to Harvard and someone from Khairpur, in a very remote village in Khairpur, to come to IBA Karachi to study, it's almost the same. So yes, we have doctors, lawyers, engineers. Engineers to hamari ek Khairpur ke village mein, they were 15 it has produced 15 engineers. One village in Khairpur. So you can imagine the change that's happening in those villages. I mean, the villages have changed because of education of their children, I grew up in Pakistan. I was 18 when I left Pakistan. My mother was in the Foreign Service, so she got posted to the UK. So I was there for a few years. I did my A-levels and O-levels there, and got married very early and ended up going to the US. Growing up, I actually saw my parents being extremely generous to the needy, always had that in mind. I was told stories of my grandfather building schools and mosques and so on. And my mother was also very active in philanthropy before she joined the Foreign Service. It just happened in the US that I'd gone out for dinner and I met Mehboob ul Haq, who was a very well-known economist. And I was talking to him about how I dreamt of doing something, giving back to Pakistan, and what he thought would be a good thing for me to pursue. And he suggested girls' education. And I come back home and I get a call from somebody who was doing some social work, opening schools actually, in Miawali. And I said to myself, wait a minute, there is something more happening here. 1 minute someone is telling me that I should be doing this work, and then somebody calls me to give me an avenue to get something going. And that's exactly how DIL started. So I got a few friends together, we did a fundraiser, and we started the first project in Miawali for 100 I think it was about 10 school projects. So, very small, little bit of money, but it's been 27 years now. So we've learned a lot, grown a lot. It's a completely different organization from when we first started it.
When I started in 2005, तो एक छोटा सा ऑफिस था हमारा इस्लामाबाद में. There were 4 people there. There was the executive director, there was a finance person, a program coordinator, and then I joined as a volunteer. And slowly the staff grew because the work grew. हम शुरू हुए थे प्राइमरी स्कूल से, फिर हम उनको मिडिल लेवल पे लेके गए. फिर हमने सोचा कि अच्छा 8वीं कर लिया बच्चे ने, अब मैट्रिक में वो अगर गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में या किसी और स्कूल में चला गया तो उसका तो बिल्कुल स्टैंडर्ड ड्रॉप होगा. सो वी स्टार्टेड टेकिंग आवर स्कूल्स अप टू मैट्रिक लेवल.
We've seen a tremendous change from the time when we started working. The situation of our schools, we took on one-room schools at that time, right? So there was one room and you were teaching different grades. Now, we have schools going all the way to metric with separate grades. Of course, the quality of education is completely different. I mean, we are imparting an education that you will find in some of the best schools in the US.
And then in 2020 में I think we decided कि नहीं, अब let's also take them through intermediate level. Because जो gap आता है between metric and the university, वो 2 साल बच्चे कुछ नहीं सीखते. They're standing, when they apply for admission to university, they're standing right where they were at metric. So we started a college also. So these successes, led us to think bigger and to plan better. So we added to our educational programs. हमने life skills का एक बहुत strong component डाला क्योंकि हम देखते थे बच्चे स्कूल से जब पढ़ के निकल रहे हैं तो हाँ पढ़ लिख तो बहुत अच्छा रहे हैं लेकिन they didn't know how to navigate the world. Families में unfortunately उनकी कोई ऐसा नहीं जो उनको guide कर सके. Parents are too busy trying to make ends meet. तो कोई communication भी नहीं होती family के साथ और कोई guidance भी नहीं होती. So that was an important component. We started our life skills program for that.
I think what hits me more than anything else is that our students are dreaming big. Their confidence has just, come to a level where you cannot, if you see a DIL school student, that child will be no different from a private school student.
A few years back, we realized that we have to help our alumni to sort of steer through universities and job placements and stuff like that. So we started an alumni program, which is now very robust. It takes care of all the scholarships that we provide and it helps the children apply to universities, prepare for university aptitude tests and to plan their careers. हम उनसे कहते हैं कि सोचो तुमने डॉक्टर इंजीनियर नहीं, what do you really want to be? And then the major change I have seen is like हमारा इंटीरियर सिंध में बहुत बड़ा प्रोग्राम है. We have lots of schools there. शुरू में ये होता था कि एवरेज फैमिलीज़ जो करती थी कि 5वीं के बाद लड़की को निकाल लिया और उसकी शादी कर दी. दैट वाज द कॉमन प्रैक्टिस. तो इनिशियली वी स्टार्टेड आउट विद कम्युनिटी को हमने थोड़ा सा इंगेज किया. हमने कहा कि 5वीं में अगर ज़रूरी बच्ची की शादी करनी है वाल तो रुक जाओ, अगर नहीं कर सकते let the in-laws allow the child to continue her education. So that started happening. And now slowly we've seen that the marriage age has been pushed up a little. So that's a huge success I feel that लड़कियों का पता होता है कि हाँ फैमिली मैट्रिक तक पढ़ने तो देगी. और अब तो आगे जब इतने हमारे रोल मॉडल्स अपने स्टूडेंट्स में से निकल आए हैं, we have girls going to different careers and doing so well, then now the girls themselves want to continue studying and they will not just be shuffled off to some other family. So I think those are the things that have really made a difference.
None of this would have been possible without our donors. We have donors across the world. We have donors in Pakistan who have been giving to us generously for so many years. And I don't have enough words to thank them.
Pakistan में somehow common man के दिमाग में एक बड़ा negative image है NGOs का. They feel कि ये organization set up की जाती हैं for people to pay themselves huge salaries and then some of the funds trickle down to the actual beneficiaries for whom the funds are raised. So DIL, I think in that way is very different.
We have a presence in the UK, of course US, Canada, Hong Kong and then Pakistan. So these are the 4 countries where we are raising funds. So these are separate, we call them affiliates. We have separate affiliates and all of them are being fueled by volunteers.
First of all, our CEO and founder, Fiza, has never touched a penny of the funds that she raises for the organization. We have a lot of volunteers. I myself started as a volunteer because I believe in the cause. So to us, this is, sacred funds that are raised for a certain purpose and we want the largest chunk of it to go to the direct beneficiary, which is the student.
As long as we are able, as long as we have funding, we are going to continue to do the work that we do with extreme commitment. We want to change as many lives as possible. If we can expand beyond the students that we are planning to expand by 2030, we will also look at that option. But we really truly believe that education is the key to success of a nation, and we are completely committed to it.